I feel like it's time for me to start sharing more about the things I've been through because I feel like it's making me more ill trying to keep these things in, especially with the things that I'm dealing with where I live, the harassment. It's just a lot of triggers, a lot of flashbacks, and I just feel like I need to talk about these things. I need to let these things out. And I still don't know if I want to get into every detail of what every story that I've experienced, but I'm going to start with talking about a family friend that I experienced a lot of things with that. And I'm going to try to sum it up real quick. So, I just experienced a lot of things with that person that was just disappointing because I only ever saw him as a friend, but he had ulterior motives. He was, he liked me. I believe I was 18 at the time and he was in his 30s. And maybe some people might say, what am I doing hanging out with somebody like that? But again, he is and was a family friend. And I just thought I could try to trust him. And over the years, I've tried to be friends with other guys as well that just proved to me that it's maybe I shouldn't be friends with a man. So one time when I went to his place, there was nobody at the house. He was always living with a few people. Let me just say that I don't want to say his name, but um, his name begins with an I. And if any of you watching who know me personally as family members, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. Um, One time he tried to pull me into his room, and I didn't want to do it, so I try to pull away from him. Thankfully, he wasn't super aggressive, so he never ended up raping me or anything. But he certainly tried a few times to come on to me. Um, One time he tried putting me down on his private part, like pulling me down on his private part. At one point, I was living on my own in a basement, my very first place on my own, and I was emotional about something, and he came up on top of me and said, "Just give it to me, and I'll take care of everything." Like I said, I just want to kind of sum this up quick. Um, I don't really want to go into deep details about everything. So, of course, it didn't happen. I told him no. And like I said, I'm so grateful that he was never too super aggressive. Um, so I can't say that he raped me because that would be a lie. He never raped me. I never had sex with him. One time, I'm going to admit that I actually slept in his bed because I was out on the streets and I had nowhere to go. And I didn't want to sleep in the living room because of, I don't want people staring at me because I know the people that he lives with. I didn't want people waking up and staring at me in the face when I was sleeping on the couch. But we never had sex. The door was literally like cracked open because at my request. Um, some people want to believe that I slept with him like I had sex. I mean, I guess I technically slept with him, but I didn't actually have sex with him. Um, I think I slept in his bed a couple of times, a few times. Um, Like I said, I was on the street where I didn't have anywhere to go at one point. I even ended up sleeping at other people's place that I barely knew. That that's another horrific story that for another time. But one time I actually caught this guy peeking through my living room window, and at the time I had uh, a little window in my bathroom, so I don't know if he's ever peeked through my bathroom window, because he's been through my place. Like I've already said, he tried coming on to me in my place one time when I was emotional. So he knew exactly where my bathroom was and that it had a little window. So I don't know if he's ever been peeking through my um, bathroom window and saw anything. But because of the fact that I actually caught him peeking through my living room window, I guess obviously he couldn't hear when I was coming out the door. So um, I caught him peeking through my living room window. I never told anybody. There's a lot of things I should have told people that I didn't, because I feel like I can't talk to certain people. So I just kept things bottled up. I kept a lot of things bottled up all my life. And I feel like certain things are coming back to bite me in the butt because I don't open up about certain things. And that's one of the reasons why the triggers are so bad. Another time, that same guy in my own place, he pulled out his penis and told me to suck it. Some of you might laugh at this, but to me, that's so traumatizing. Like I said, again, I'm going to say this I'm going to say this one more time. Thankfully, he wasn't aggressive. Thankfully, he wasn't aggressive. And the place where I live right now, I know that apparently now he's married to somebody that is also a family member. I mean, not a family member. Well, she's kind of tied to the family, but she's more like a family friend to me anyway. Um, I heard that they've been asking where I live. Even she was like stalking me a little bit too, and I always thought it was weird. Like I think I've mentioned this in the previous video, but his daughter doesn't like me because she thinks I took away his attention from her, even though all the time he probably wouldn't admit this. I was always telling him he was always wanting to hang out, but I was always telling him, if you have things to do with your daughter, do that first. And even if we don't hang out in that particular day, that's okay with me. Put your daughter first, no matter what. And this is why sometimes other people who don't even know someone ends up hating them because of the impression that another person is giving them, the lies that they're telling them, or they decide to withhold the truth from them. I was always a friend to him. He was telling me about he told me about he cares about me and this and that, but I always looked at him as a friend. I was never interested in him, uh, like other than a friend. And it just kind of it's just kind of scary that they've asked where I live and things like that just to find out where I am. I've been stalked, like I said, and just recently, a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. Well, I don't know how long, it's probably been a week already. Um, I swear I saw his vehicle. Maybe he wasn't following me, but um, and maybe it wasn't him because I wasn't trying to like make it obvious that I had noticed him if that was him. But I know he drives a white van. And this is just creepy to me. Like, you're married to somebody now, and what do you want with me? I'm not saying that it was him or that he's still trying to stalk me, but he has done it. He has done it. He never raped me. He was never too aggressive, but he has talked to me. I don't feel safe anywhere. I've already mentioned that I don't feel safe in this place. I have anxiety. This is the worst. My anxiety has been living in a place. I don't want to go any further, but yeah, I think I've already summed it up anyway about this guy. I feel like I just need to let things off my chest because, like I said, with this, what's happening right now, I just feel like everything is just getting worse, and it's like I feel like I'm being tortured. I really do.